the Psalter Co Story. Psalms 91:4. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and your rampart. I believe that Jesus led me to this Bible verse, which helped cultivate my life. The journey to finding this verse started in 2015. Before my mother died, I began to encounter a great amount of pure white feathers in shocking places, public bathrooms, interstates, and even my food. It was happening so much so that I started researching it. That is when I found a Bible verse that changed my life, Psalms 91:4, a Bible verse that was quite literally happening to me. I believe Jesus can send us messages at the most needed moment. During this time, my mom had terminal brain cancer. I remember working on college projects while laying in bed, in her hospice bed, just so that I could hold her hand. I didn't know what that day held or if it was her last day. Losing her was losing a best friend. 2 years later, after my mom had passed, when I was moving out of college, I was exhausted and saddened to be ending this chapter without my mom. For so long, she was my advocate throughout school, and as I had to go through special education, she made sure that those words didn't define me, but instead encouraged me. And now that I had finally reached my goal, a goal that I never thought I would achieve, the one who helped me get there wasn't there. I wanted to celebrate it with her most. I remember packing things up to move out of my apartment, and that's when I found an unopened teal blue envelope wedged in between a few items. It was from my sweet mom. I had never seen it before. I opened it, and at the top was a white feather outlined, and the words that read, "I hope this will get to you one day." Words from my mother right when I needed them most. It's as if the feathers followed me to so much so that I could no longer ignore them. I had chills, and I never had encountered something like this. God is near even when you feel like you're confused and alone. To this day, I have continued to find pure white feathers and have multiple jars full of feathers that have fallen in my path. After working for 30 plus employers as a contractor and or employee, I realized that I had a desire to create my own business. Many have called me a job hopper, but how do you know something is right until you try it? You don't. I will never settle just because of what someone says. It's never too late, and I plan to live for me and my family with all the glory to Jesus. If it was not for all of these experiences, I would not have been able to cultivate Psalter Co. or have gained the knowledge that I now have. The beautiful thing is we are never done learning. Ever since I was a little girl, my dream was to create something from nothing. I always was thinking of new things and ideas, but nothing ever stuck. Years passed, and I went through some hardships throughout my career. The things I felt and faced had left me broken and lost, as well as confused. I was left wondering, was I even doing the right thing? It seemed that I was being pulled away from corporate America, and I didn't even understand why. Then one day, I was told at my sales job that I either was fired or I had to quit, claiming I didn't meet my numbers, which I did, but who really knows why? I thought that having a corporate job with a big title is all I needed to say that I did it. Yet, I felt more confused after each job. Getting fired is rough, especially if you are a people pleaser and don't understand the true reason. I questioned everything about me, and it was absolutely horrible. I wondered, why am I not enough? However, in my heart, I always knew being creative is what I wanted to do while using my textile technology engineering degree. After many months, jobless and no income, I increased my eBay sales, started back dog walking, and took up a part-time job as a project manager. That is when I realized Jesus is redirecting me. These challenges are not happening to me, they are happening for me. After much blood, sweat, and tears, that is when Psalter Co was born. I followed the path to the feathers that led me to what I believe Jesus wanted me to do. Some of my first clients were from dog walking. During the start of the pandemic, my boyfriend got his real estate license, and we have worked at it as a team, sharing clients and helping them get their dream homes. God's hand didn't stop there. After my business grew, I decided to make a business bank account, card, check, etc., all the accounts. Mind you, I have 2 LLCs. At the time, I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, as it was risky, and during a time my dad's health needed attention. I had to quit my part-time job due to demands of building and designing a custom home and clients and my dad's health. With all of that said, I kept getting my accounts confused. I finally had enough and looked closely at the numbers, trying to learn the difference. That's when I saw something that was truly a message from Jesus. Mind you, these are not numbers you get to pick. Both LLCs share the exact same numbers, 919 and 991. Keep in mind where Psalter got its name from, was 91.4. If I didn't continue to get the LLCs mixed up, I would have never noticed Psalms 91.9. If you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord, who is my refuge, then no harm will befall you, no disaster will come near your tent. Psalter Co got its name because of my favorite book of the Bible, Psalms. Psalter means Book of Psalms. It holds words that recount God's covenant promise, and I believe that God spoke to me in that bank parking lot that day. Psalter Co is a place to develop your space while keeping Jesus at the forefront of the journey. It's a place where we are not focusing on the material things of life, rather reminding ourselves of the bigger purpose behind the items that come and go in our lives.